Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Danica and I'm here with another video, just pretty much telling you guys how my move has been from Denver to Dallas. So if you're interested, you want to stick around to see what I have to say. And before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't see my previous video, be sure to check that out. If you're interested on how I got my hair like this, go ahead and check out my heart imports video as well. And we'll get straight into this video, you guys. Let's get it popping. One of the very first things I realized moving here was how big the city actually was. I mean, there's a lot of counties, a lot of highways. I mean, the highways, some of them are super tall, like in the air, skyscraper type of tall. I mean, it's just super big here. And so when I moved here, that part of it was a little bit overwhelming just because it was like so many different places to check out to see where I wanted to live. So it was like, geez, all that drive time, it was exhausting for sure. Traffic, I mean, baby girl, definitely something you'll notice right off the bat. I mean, it just seems like traffic can strike at any freaking moment. I mean, literally. And it takes a long time to get around it. Now you could take the service roads next to the highways, but even then your commute is still going to be like an extra 20 minutes versus the highway. So the traffic was something I definitely noticed. People, they drive super fast. Like, the highway speed is already 75 and people are driving like 90. Ridiculous, seriously. Get out of my face, please. Go. Denver, I mean, Denver, it's not that big. I mean, you can get to Denver to Aurora in like 15 minutes, if that, depending on where you're at, you know, and what highways you're next to. But in Dallas, if you live in North Dallas and you're trying to get to Plano, it's like 30 minutes. And when you look on the map, they're low-key right next to each other, and it's like, what the heck? Why are we driving this long? The traffic in Denver, I mean, we have our, what is it, like set between 8 and 9:30ish in the morning when everybody's headed to work. And you know, then you have your 5 o'clock traffic. Texas, they have their 5 o'clock traffic too, but it just takes so much longer. And then it's like the fact that we have like, what, 6 lanes plus, maybe, I don't even know, I don't know. But the fact that the highways are longer and wider, there should not be that much traffic, you know? You would think so, living in Denver, you know, coming from Denver, you would think that having more lanes would help the traffic, but it really doesn't. It doesn't. Toll roads, I mean, Denver, we do have toll roads, but you really don't have to use toll roads to get a lot of places, you know. Dallas, you kind of have no other choice but to use the toll road to get where you gotta go. Some service roads will get you where you're trying to go, but I mean, that toll road, man, like, you can get somewhere all the way across the town in like 30 minutes, but if you were to take the service road, it would probably take you almost an hour to get to wherever it is you're going. So you can avoid the toll roads, but it's kind of hard. Me personally, I've been trying to avoid them because I'm not going to pay for a tow tag. I mean, I'm not. Sorry. You're driving, people either are going to cut you off or they're not going to let you over. So coming from Denver, I wouldn't say people in Denver are too much of aggressive drivers. They're a whole lot more aggressive in Texas though. So if you got to get over, you pretty much gotta ram a motherfucker over just to get into the other lane. I mean, if they're not going super fast, they're just not gonna let you over. So you gotta get used to that. You might get a little bit of road rage coming here, but you know, you just gotta take care of that with something else, if you know what I mean. Expenses. So coming from Denver, I would say that Dallas is a little bit more cheaper, but in overall cost, it might be the same. I believe that the gas down here is a little bit more expensive than it is in Denver, but the amount you're gonna drive, the distance you're gonna drive, that kind of adds up. If you do pay for a toll ticket, that's a monthly bill. The tow tag, not a ticket. That's a monthly bill, so you got to add that in consideration. As far as a shelter and a place to lay your head at, you can definitely find cheaper apartments that aren't so ran down, or the neighborhoods aren't so ran down either. So that's definitely a plus. I live in a 1-bedroom under $1,000, so I believe that if someone from Denver was to come to Texas, that they would be able to afford a 1-bedroom by themselves. In Denver, it's expensive. It really is expensive in Denver, and the cost is really only going up. So I would say if you cannot afford to live in Denver, don't go there. You need to have a nice bag on you to live comfortably, period. When I was living in Denver, I was paying $1,600 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That was decent. It wasn't even luxury. You can go into a high-rise or sky-rise here for that amount and be living in luxury. So you definitely gotta weigh your options and see what, see what works for you. Now, for those who may not have a vehicle, or would sell their vehicle before moving here, I don't know. As long as you live next to a DART train, I think you'll be perfectly fine. I actually live near one, so I just take the DART train to work, and I get to work in like 15 minutes. If I was to drive on the highway without traffic, I would get there in 10, but we all know traffic does exist. So, I mean, with traffic, it would take me like literally an hour to get to work, 10 minutes down the street, like real talk. So, I mean, public transportation, I've rode it a couple times, doing different things. I know that when certain events are really, I never really rode public transportation in Denver, so I can't really speak on that. I mean, I have a couple times, but not like on the regular like I do now, seeing that I go to work every day, so I'm taking the train every day. But the times I've been on the public transportation in Denver, same stuff. You got your weirdos, you got those experiences. So, yeah, I don't like public transportation. I can't do it. Weather. Now, Denver, as some of you may or may not know, Denver, we could have 4 seasons in one day. I mean, baby boy, you just never know. So that's why you got to stay prepared with your jacket, it doesn't matter what day it is. In the middle of the summer, you need to bring you a light jacket. Didn't your mama tell you? My mama did. Dallas, they don't have winter, so there are times where you could have all 3 seasons in one day. But I love the weather here. I love it. It's humid. It rains a lot, and that's just what I like. If you don't like a lot of rain, if you don't like super, no, but seriously, like, if you can withstand like the kind of temperature it is when you get out of the hot steamy shower, and it's, it got fog. It's pretty much what it's like in Dallas here. When it gets super deep into the summer, it's gonna be super humid outside. The sun is gonna be out. You are prone to sweating. You got deodorant. You need to keep that in your purse, baby girl, because you will sweat. Now, the summers in Denver, they're just dry, really. Just dry. So, I mean, you do get your rain every now and then and whatnot, but I love Dallas weather. So, if you like humid weather, I would definitely recommend you moving to Dallas or Texas, wherever. Now, if you live in Denver and, you know, if I'm wrong on this, go ahead and put it in the comments and let me know I'm wrong. But I just don't feel like there's a lot of stuff to do in Denver. There's not events like all the time. In Dallas, there's events like all the time. You can always find something to do. I mean, it's as far as from going to the clubs, if that's what you want to do. I know a lot of people like going out to the clubs. There's several different clubs that you can go to out here that are all like popping. I mean, you just got to find your crowd of people and where you like to go. But there's clubs, there's poetry night events, karaoke, there's fashion shows, state fairs, comedy shows, concerts. It's always something going on. There's even like parks that have like food trucks that you can pull up on like at any moment and just enjoy yourself, you know. I would say that Denver, we have a lot of parks in Denver. Like there's a park in every neighborhood. I haven't seen too many parks here in Dallas. I guess it might depend on where you live. But yeah, if you have kids and you look for park areas, that may or may not be something that you would be hard to find, or I don't know about that. But from what I've seen, there's not many parks here versus Denver. But I mean, Denver, if you like to go skiing and all that, that's the place to go when ski season happens. But you know, you just kind of got to dig a little bit harder to find those different kind of events in Denver. Talking about events and places to go, the malls out here, oh my goodness, they are huge. Like there's a lot of malls out here versus Denver. I could think about like 5 good malls out in Denver, or that's not just Denver, that's Colorado. But like in Dallas alone, like there's a couple good spots to go to. But again, it's different counties, so you know, Arlington, Dallas, all that. We just gonna throw that stuff out the window. But just saying, like the malls out here, they're huge. You can go into a mall out here and actually like find something to wear. In Denver, if you live in like Aurora or Denver, it's kind of hard to find like some exclusive stuff. Just saying. The food. Okay. Now, there's only about one thing bad that I have to say regarding food in Dallas, just because there's so many different places to eat, but it's like versus Denver, I have not found no good authentic Mexican food here. It's so disappointing because like in Denver, that's literally like all I ate was Mexican food. Like here in Dallas, now all I'm eating is fried chicken and pickles. Yes, y'all, they put me on fried chicken and pickles. You eat them together in one. If you've not tried it, you gotta try it, but you gotta make sure that you have the right chicken. I mean, the way they season their chicken out here is just different. Like in Denver, we only have Popeyes and Churches. But like seriously, like in Denver, other than, you know, the regular Burger King, McDonald's, Subway, Waffle House, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell. Ugh, I don't know who eats at Taco Bell anymore. But, you know, I mean, Denver just got put onto Cane's not just a few years ago. So, you know, we kind of behind. We slacking on the food. But in Dallas, now, if you need some variety, Dallas is where it's at. I mean, Dallas, they got Big Mamas. That's the chicken, fried fish, catfish, chicken and waffles. That's where you want to go for all that stuff. They got Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is really good. They got Zaxby's, somewhat like Chick-fil-A, definitely better, just saying. They have Elaine's Jamaican food. I know they have Jamaican food in Denver as well, but I actually never tried it. But I will say this, the Chick-fil-A in Denver, the Pacific spot in Aurora by Aurora Mall, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you need to look it up. But that chicken Chick-fil-A's joint, particularly, I have not like really enjoyed the Chick-fil-A out here, and I don't know why, but I've had like Chick-fil-A like 3 times in the last year, and when I was in Denver, I was eating the hell out of Chick-fil-A. I mean, let's face it, that's like all there was to eat. So yeah, but Texas, I mean, they just got a lot of different food types. They got a lot of different food. The seafood out here is really good. You just gotta look and find it, you know. You can seriously just pull up on a spot though, and you can guarantee it'll be good. Okay, and the last thing I'm gonna talk to you guys about is the people. Now, moving here from Denver, I had a couple people tell me how proper I speak. I don't hear it, you know, I don't. But, you know, there are a couple accents that I've had to get used to, but they're not anything that is like overbearing where you don't understand what they're saying. The people that I've met, a lot of them are entrepreneurs outside of just their 9 to 5, and I actually appreciate that very much, because it just it makes you strive to want to do better and to do something outside of your 9 to 5 as well. So I love that fact. Denver, it's kind of it was harder for me to meet those entrepreneurs because I guess I just didn't have any in my circle, maybe. Denver, I think it's just a little bit harder for you to meet individuals who are entrepreneurs. Maybe it's just the area I was in. I do live downtown now, so that could have a lot to do with it. Or I don't live downtown, I'm sorry. I work downtown. I live near downtown, but I work downtown. So that might be another reason why it's a little different. But yeah, also living in Denver, of course, you know, they just legalized marijuana, so marijuana out there is a lot more talked about openly as a group than it is out here. People make it such a secret, so sometimes I have to step back and like remember to myself, like, oh yeah, people don't talk like that out here. Racism, now it was more like on my way moving down here, finding a place to live, that I bumped into those racist areas. And in Denver, I mean, I think there's more of like racist people than there are specific areas. So that is something to definitely take in consideration, because I mean, I don't think anybody really wants to deal with that. So that is something definitely to take account in when you're trying to find somewhere to live down here. Also, the people that I've met here, they're actually really supportive of anything that you do. The moment someone says that they're going to start a business, everyone is like hands-on and ready to donate something. And that to me just shows you the character in these people. I'd be lying to y'all if I did not mention that these women out here, my goodness, every woman out here is thick. Like, I've never seen such a thing. Like, all these women out here are thick. Every last one of them. Even the white girls is thick. In Denver, we don't got all that thickness walking around. Baby girl, we need to eat. The men out here, they're really clean cut. I think a lot of people drive nice cars out here as well. I can't really tell you how the dating scene is because I haven't been dating out here, obviously, but maybe ladies, you'll be in better luck then. Hey guys, so this pretty much wraps up this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you have not watched another video, please do so. Don't forget to leave some comments down below. If I didn't touch on something that you guys might feel like needed to be said, go ahead and leave it in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever it might be, whatever time zone, whatever. Enjoy yourself. Don't forget to go add me on my new Instagram. It is Danica Smiles 2, and go ahead and add me on there because my last one got locked out, and so I don't have any friends at all on there. So help your girl out. Thank you for watching. Peace.